Would you like to see some awesome tips, tricks, and techniques for decoupaging shells? And what's really remarkable is these beautiful shells are made from Dollar Tree bikini tops. So put on your flip-flops, let's take an imaginary trip to the beach, and I'm sure you'll be delighted. You'll want to start out with a package of these bikini tops from the Dollar Tree. You get two, they're connected, and you'll want to disconnect those strings. Just give them a cut and they'll pull right out easily. They do come two in a package for $1.25. Each has a nice scallop shell design. You'll want to use your favorite decoupage adhesive. I'm using for some this Debbie's DIY liquid patina. We're going to experiment with other adhesives later in the video, but you see I'm just applying it nice and evenly on the interior of the shell. Then I'm taking this beautiful seaside inspired rice paper from Decoupage napkins.com, and I'm positioning it so that the part of the image I want to be visible will fill the center of the shell. This is just one of several thousand rice paper designs that Decoupage Napkins sells. They also have several thousand napkin patterns as well that you can buy singly for your decorative projects. You can see that I cut the rice paper to roughly match the shape of the shell. After applying that thin layer of the decoupage adhesive to the interior, I'm now just gently laying the rice paper over it, starting from the center and smoothing outward. I'm using the brush to then apply a nice thin layer of the decoupage adhesive over the top surface. That will help to enable the rice paper to impress itself into all of those scalloped ridges and designs and to take on the look and shape of that shell. And you can see here, after using that, I'm now using a piece of plastic wrap that I cut from the packaging, and I'm just going over that with my fingertips, again from the center outward, and that helps to ensure that you can smooth out any wrinkles or bubbles without tearing your paper. And here I'm just touching it up a little bit more before I set it aside to dry. I want to show you a quick unboxing of a recent order I received from DecoupageNapkins.com, and we're going to be using some of these products on our shell project today. You can see all of the different goodies, and I can't wait to explore the use of them. This beautiful glitter paint maker is fun. We're going to add that to the decoupage medium, and you can see little ladybug napkins peering out of the bottom of the box. These are going to be used to decoupage one of our shell designs. My name is Lisa. If you're new, a special welcome to my channel. This is a glimpse of a recent box that I decorated using rice paper from DecoupageNapkins.com. Now, before we return to our beach-inspired shell, we're going to use these ladybug napkins to decorate the front of another. And you can see these are beautiful quality 3-ply, so I'm using this adhesive between my index finger and thumb to separate the plies. And here's the back ply coming off. These high-quality napkins are from DecoupageNapkins.com, and you can see that I'm now removing that next layer of ply. We want only to use that top surface design layer of the napkin, and once again, I'm just going to drape that across the front of this scallop shell using the portion of the design that we want visible. Again, I'm applying some of the liquid patina as my decoupage glue, and then I'm just going to drape that napkin right over the top, smoothing it from the inside outward, and now applying that thin top coat layer as well. Once again, I'm just smoothing it very gently. This is a napkin and more easily torn than rice paper. So we want to just very delicately use that plastic overlay to once again impress that napkin down into all the grooves of the scallop design. Now we'll set this aside to dry alongside our seaside inspired shell. And while they're thoroughly drying, we're going to do our third one. And I just love this napkin too. This has a wonderful patriotic 4th of July inspired theme. And for this, I'm going to try out this Polyvine heavy duty varnish. This is a product from DecoupageNapkins.com. And it also works as a very effective decoupage adhesive. It also works as a wonderful top coat, which you'll see in just a moment. But for now, once again, I'm just going to position the image over the shell so that we get that beautiful, vibrant, patriotic display of color across the interior of the shell. And once again, I'm just using my fingers to gently press it down into the grooves of the shell design. And now I'm using some of that Polyvine adhesive over the surface just to, again, ensure a nice tight seal. And as we did with the previous two, I'm just using a piece of that plastic wrap to smooth from the inside outward. Again, just avoiding tearing the napkin. By using that plastic, you can press out any wrinkles or bubbles and get a beautiful finished effect. Just look at that shimmer and shine. Now, as those three are drying, I want to show you a very fun technique using a silicone mold from DecoupageNapkins.com, as well as this Form Flex compound. Now, you can use regular air dry clay. The DOS is very nice, but I'm going to try this Form Flex. And first, I'm going to use a sprinkle of cornstarch using my paintbrush to work it down into the details of the mold. That will enable the compound to release very easily. This is a soft, very pliable compound, and all you need to do is work it with your fingers, roll it into kind of a roll, snake-like design, and then press it down into the mold using the side of your finger to flatten it off. And you can see how I've got it pressed down into the shapes of the butterflies. This mold is very nice, very detailed, and this is the first time I've worked with the Form Flex, and I find it to be very, very easy to use. Now that our seaside-inspired design has dried, do you see how crisp the edges look? I'm going to show you how to get that effect using this finger sander on the ladybug-themed shell. You can see how I'm just going around and how easily the paper tears away very cleanly from the outline of the shell. And there you have it, a nice crisp edge. Now we want to decorate the back. I'm using this apple barrel red paint just because I had it in my stash, but I would highly recommend a more quality paint such as those sold by DecoupageNapkins.com. This one tended to peel up a little bit, and I had to go back and touch it up several times, but ultimately it worked. And now I'm going to use the heavy-duty wood varnish as a top coat. The more you apply these top coats, allowing it to thoroughly dry in between, the more of a glossy finish you will get. And here I'm going to try using the glitter paint maker. After pouring some into this varnish, I'm just stirring it up with my paintbrush, and then I'm going to apply it to the interior and exterior of each of the three shells. And what a beautiful finish that creates. It creates a beautiful shimmer and shine, and with each successive coat, it gets all the prettier. Here you can already see just how lovely this is with this top coat. And now I'm just going to repeat the same process over the surface of our ladybug design. And we need to add that same sparkle to our seaside-inspired design. And you can see how this glitter-infused varnish makes that sunlit surf and sand glisten. Now you remember I was using the Form Flex in those molds, and I put it in the freezer as directed for a minimum of 20 minutes, and you can see they pop out real easily. These are going to be fun to paint and decorate and use as embellishments on some of our shells. Now I want to use my heat gun just to speed up the drying of this top coat so that we can move on to the next step, which is going to be, as you see, decorating the rim with some gold paint. And I want to use that same gold paint by Paint Couture on the back side. Now you can see that the shell resists the paint, which actually I found as a happy accident created a really pretty special effect. So rather than providing opaque coverage, it creates kind of a feathered effect with the paint just enhancing portions of the scallop design. When you're anxious to move on to that next step, the heat gun really does hasten that drying process. Now, onto our seaside motif. I'm going to decorate the back of this using this metal leaf size and the gilding flakes. Both of those products you saw coming out of my delivery from decoupagenapkins.com. And this is the first time I've tried this out. I'm really excited to see the result. That product needs to be allowed to dry to become tacky. So in the meantime, I'm going to take this beautiful natural oyster shell that I previously decorated, and I'm going to apply some of the metal leaf size to the back of this shell. I realized that finishing the backs of the shells really does elevate the look of the entire design. After applying a nice even coat, I'll set this one aside to dry, and we'll return to the sea. As you see, the metal size has dried. Now I'm going to use, for the first time, these gilding flakes. This color combination is called Persian Dawn, and you see there's a variety of very lightweight, shiny flakes. And I'm just using my fingers, although you could use tweezers to place the little flakes all over the tacky back side of the shell. That metal leaf size is now invisible, but it did leave a sticky residue. So I'm just covering the back with those flakes, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm using a clean paintbrush to smooth it into the curves and texture of the shell. I'm pressing it down as I go so that those flakes will adhere to that sticky surface created by the metal leaf size. And you can see some will brush off. You can pick up those little bits and pieces and place them into any bare spots. And you can see that as I brush using that gentle pressure, those flakes do blend together and create an iridescent, almost painted look on the back of our shell. And while you can see that it did beautifully transform the back of that plastic Dollar Tree shell, it worked even better when I applied it to the back of the natural oyster shell. And it just clinged in such a pretty way. If you're enjoying this video so far, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a like, a thumbs up. It really does help my channel to grow. And I love the jewel tones and the iridescent shimmer that this provides to the back of these otherwise very plain shells. I'm going to add a top coat, as you see me doing here, of the Polyvine varnish, and that will provide a nice seal and shine to the back of each of these shells, including on top of the gilding flakes. That will seal everything in. And while the front side is now dry, I'm going to add another top coat of that Polyvine varnish. As I mentioned, with each successive coat, it does take on a prettier shine. As you see, I'm working on 4 different shells at the same time. That way, as different phases dry, you can be moving on and working on embellishing others. Here you see I'm just adding on that Polyvine varnish to the back side of this oyster shell, and that will seal in the gilding flakes that we've applied. And here you see I'm applying a coat to the front side as well. And I do have the glitter paint maker sparkle mixed into this varnish as well. So that'll enhance that seaside sparkle. Now it's time to add spots to the back of our ladybug shell. And I do want to thank Donna from Mason Creations, etc., for her inspiration on this ladybug design. I'm using the back of a little pouncer brush to create these spots. I had allowed that coating of polyvine varnish to dry thoroughly before using this Dixie Belle chalk mineral paint in the color Caviar to create these charming spots. And after this thoroughly dries, I'll use a final top coat of the polyvine varnish to seal it in. And I'm using that same paint applied with a fine paintbrush all the way around the rim of our interior of the shell. And after all the paint thoroughly dries, I'll apply one more coat of the polyvine varnish before we add some very whimsical details. While all of the shells are drying, I'm using that Caviar paint to paint some of these butterflies in preparation for using some of the metallic wax. And there you have it, a collection of uniquely embellished decoupage shells, each one telling its own little story. Our seaside-inspired shell is brought to life with jeweled accents from Totally Dazzled, a whimsical mermaid, and some sparkling shells, adding magic to the calm coastal vibe. The ladybug shell is full of playful charm, as you see tiny ladybugs carefully placed as if they're climbing along the curve of the shell, giving it a cheerful, garden-fresh feel. And finally, our Patriotic shell proudly shining with rhinestone stars and bursts of light, echoing fireworks lighting up the night sky, perfect for celebrating freedom and festivity all year round. Most of the products used in these projects are from decoupagenapkins.com. The link can be found below in the description box. Clicking on that link will take you safely to decoupagenapkins.com, where you'll find thousands of rice paper, napkin designs, and many of the other special effects products that I've used, including the metal leaf size, the gilding flakes, the polyvine varnish products, the glitter paint maker that added that shimmer and shine, and the wonderful butterfly mold. We'll be exploring ways to use those in my upcoming video. If you're new, please do consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the wonderful upcoming videos. Do take care and God bless.